Welcome to an episode of Founder in the Chair. I'm your host, Fina, and today my guest, let me tell you a story. Who would have thought that a simple roti could change someone's life? After spending 4 years creating a product that many people laughed at, today's guest turned a family tradition into an award-winning global business that's helping preserve South Asian culture in kitchens around the world. She's built a brand that's been seen over 300 million times on social media, spoken on the TEDx stage, and is now helping other founders build businesses of their own. So I'm so excited and delighted to welcome Sophia Choudry, founder of Roti Box. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. We finally got you in the chair.
I made it.
You made it. You made it. So we really want to hear your story. I know you've done lots of podcasts and lots of people have heard your story, but we haven't heard it here. So your dad inspired the original Roti Box, but there's a part of that story that most people don't know. So can you tell us about that?
Yes. So for anybody that doesn't know, my dad created the original Roti Box over 50 years ago when my mum came to this country and she got married to him, also his family of 12. And
Wow.
So she was making roti non-stop in the kitchen, and she had a real problem with making mess, cleaning mess, making mess, cleaning mess. So he made her a wooden box to solve the problem. And then, fast forward to 45 years later, and I decided to take it to the next level.
Uh-huh.
I just thought there must be other people out there like my mum who's got the same problem, and wouldn't it be good to take my dad's box and just make it into an actual brand and try and solve everyone's problem, and also keep these roti are going for as long as possible. I've got this real thing about our South Asian culture slowly getting diluted.
Yeah.
I really fear that one day there's going to be practically nothing left of it. So this was kind of my way of ensuring the food line is going to keep going. So yeah, I launched the Roti Box, and the question that you asked was, there's a twist to the tale.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the part that actually nobody knows. It's the first time I'm sharing it. So you've got an exclusive.
Go on.
So ironically, my dad, who was the inspiration behind the Roti Box, who made the original Roti Box over 50 years ago, he was the last person to know about my business.
Wow.
Yes.
How come?
It was a very deliberate choice that I made. So when I was working behind the scenes on Roti Box, I never knew it was going to take 4 years. But before I got to that point, I was doing a lot of work on myself, personal development. And one of the things that I learned was to protect yourself from red lighters. So red lighters are people who stop you in your tracks. Sometimes it can be through negativity, or they don't believe in your vision. It could be various reasons. Now, my dad, as much as I love him, is not the most positive person in the world. So because I was already in such a delicate place where I'm already so scared of this step that I'm about to take, I just thought, you know what? No one's going to know about this. My close family knew because I'd get their opinion on a few things, but my dad was off limits because I knew that he would talk me out of it. I knew he would say, what are you doing that for? You've got a good job. But I also recognise he's doing it from a place of love. It's because he wants to protect me. He doesn't want me to take risks. He had his own business where he worked 7 days a week, and he probably didn't want the same for his children. So, yeah, I think sometimes you've got to protect your dream until it's big enough and got legs to stand on its own. So I think it took about 2 years before I told him, which is mad.
What did he say when he found out?
It's mad because everybody knew the story.
Yeah.
And the praise that my dad got, your dad's amazing, this.
Yeah.
And he knew nothing about it. So it's, there you go, you got an exclusive.
Thank you. So what did he say when you finally told him?
Well, the first thing I did was I actually showed him the box. And he had a good look around because he's a mechanic, you know. And he just went, aye, it's all right, that. Which is a fantastic compliment from my dad.
Yeah, can imagine.
To get any compliment from any kind of from anyone from my family, the best you can hope for is that they won't see anything negative.
Right.
So if they don't see anything negative, you're sorted.
You're on a winner.
But he actually said, it's all right. And then as times went on and, you know, family members have approached him and said, oh, yeah, we've seen Sophia, she's doing this, you know, Roti Box, and he's got to know more bits and pieces. I know that he's really proud of it now.
I love that. And you carried on his legacy. What's been the most painful moment of your journey as a founder?
Right. So I'm going to be really, really honest here. And it does make me sound like a bit of a baby, but I want to be honest. So, as you know, before I launched Roti Box, there was 4 years of behind the scenes, everything failing, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And after the 4 years, when I was finally in a position to launch, I was understandably very excited. So I launched in January 2020, and as frightened as I was about how is this going to be received, I was also excited because after 4 years, I was like, finally, this is the bit that I've been waiting for. So to answer your question, what was the most painful thing that happened? It was when I did launch, I was naively expecting support from my community.
Okay.
And I didn't get it. And it was one Facebook post in particular where this lady very kindly had reviewed Roti Box, and, you know, we posted it on Facebook. And I can only describe what felt like a pack of wolves coming at me. So I'd literally been live for 2 weeks. I'm trying to get sales. I'm trying to get the word out there. And I've got this fantastic first review. I'm so excited. We post it. And it was just, what is this ridiculous product? Who does she think she is? She's making the nation more lazy. Is this a joke? I was absolutely annihilated. And honestly, it broke me. And I think it's because I wasn't expecting it. And like I said, I was expecting support from my community. So yeah, that was really, really hard. Now, obviously, it's part and parcel of what happens when you've got a business. You are going to get negative comments. That's just the way it is. Now I'm a bit more bulletproof to it. I know how to handle it. But then when you're starting off as a founder and you don't know what's happening 4 years behind the scenes, you're excited. It just absolutely crushed us. But what I've learned is that just because somebody's criticizing your product or your service, it doesn't mean that you're on the wrong track. It's actually just part of putting yourself out there. So
Definitely.
I thought that I was just launching a product, but it was actually a piece of me. So I was being judged on that. And, you know, luckily, thank God, alhamdulillah, the people who could relate to the problem found value in the solution. These were my customers. And slowly, obviously, Roti Box blew up. But in the beginning, it was hard.
Exactly what you said earlier, putting yourself out there these days. I mean, I know there's been lots of experiences for you where you've put yourself out there, racism, etc. That's happened. And these days, so if there's a founder listening right now who is scared, because so many founders just won't do it because they're scared to put themselves out there, and you have to become a brand and then your product sells. Can you, if there's someone listening who's just a little bit scared to put themselves out there, can you give them a tip?
My tip would be that if you are leading your business from your heart and you are 100% yourself and you believe in your mission, there's nothing to be afraid of. Just focus on that and focus on your purpose. Because even then, if you do get negative comments, it can't touch you because you know why you're there. You know why you're doing it. So that's all you focus on. And then that's what I learned over time. I'm not here to please the people who don't get my product. I'm here to serve the people who've got an issue. I got my very first review was a lady who had a heart problem, and she said, for 20 years I've never made roti because I can't bear the mess. Now after 20 years I've got your roti box and I've made my children roti with my own hands.
Oh, I love that.
I'm there for customers like that, and anyone else, just let it go over your head. So just focus on your mission, and you have to be bulletproof. I hope that was good advice.
Yes, you are now bulletproof. So talking about that, I know you've got a course where you teach people how to go viral, how to show up on social media. So again, there's probably somebody listening who needs
Sorry,
that.
Vina, can we just go back a point? You know, you were saying how people feel like they need to put their face. I think now with AI, honestly, you don't even need to do that now.
And you've mastered that as well?
Well, I've got a clone out there. And the videos that I've made with my clone are doing better with the videos with me in it.
No way.
Yes. On my personal page, I've started doing this series of famous stories. I just use my clone.
Yeah.
And they are more popular than stuff about me.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've done some Roti Box videos as well using AI. And they've went viral. So, you know, if you don't want to put yourself out there are now other solutions which weren't there 6 years ago. So there's a way around everything.
So do you teach that as well?
I am able to teach. I've had a couple of people approach me. So I'm just fine-tuning the course because it's got to meet their needs. So I've got a couple of people lined up. But yeah, I can do that. I'm very niche. It's about cloning because AI is this big. And when you go to these courses that are available, they're very overwhelming, or it's stuff that you already know, or they just teach you, you can do this, 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 and this, but they don't tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
So mine's very, if you want to learn how to make a clone, so you don't have to be in the videos, so you can save time, you don't need to worry about your makeup and your lighting, I can teach you that.
And how do we sign up?
Just go on my website, sophiakchoudry.com.
Perfect. And we will have all those details on the episode as well. So what's one business lesson you wish you'd learned much earlier? Or have we already gone into that way?
No.
There's another one.
I really wish I'd learned this one earlier. I wish I learned that there's no loyalty in business.
Okay.
Yes. So I keep referring back to the 4 years of Rotibox in the making.
Yeah.
2 of those years was with a supplier in China, and then I moved to a supplier in the UK.
Right.
Now, I felt like this supplier in the UK was just, they had my back, you know. They've been with me from day one. They took the original product and they fixed it. We've been through the blood, sweat and tears. You know, the designer was the guy who had the eureka moment in the shower and said, your product's back alive. I know we said we couldn't do it, but I found a solution. So they'd really been with me through thick and thin. And when I launched, you know, they made me a few units. And because Rotibox went viral, I kept selling out. And to this day, people say it's always sold out. And it's because I was with them for the first couple of years. And I kept saying, look, I need more stock. I want to grow my business. I want to go international. It's gone viral. And for 2 years, I let them fob me off with, yeah, next month we're going to get more staff, next month this, next month that. It didn't even occur to me not to believe them.
Yeah.
So
why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't I? Because I was just like, sure. But 2 years has passed and I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah.
And then somebody who worked there let slip that they get loads of inventors who come through the door and they think that we'll just make them 200 units. And what happens is they don't know how to market their product. So they've got the stock, it doesn't sell, they give up and they go away. And they thought that's what was going to happen with me. They thought, we'll give her 200 units. She's not going to sell. They don't know what a Roti Box is, and they don't know me. And they thought I'd go away, but I didn't. I kept coming back. And that when I found out the truth that they've actually got no intent of helping me grow the business, that's when I made the decision, I've got to leave. I've got to find a new supplier. So I was effectively starting again from scratch. However, it was the best thing I could have done because now I was in a bigger premises. I had a bigger team, systems, processes, which completely took the business away from me. And now it could just run by itself. But yeah, the lesson that I learned there was to start a business, whatever it is, you need heart. But to grow it, you've got to use your head. And there's no loyalty in business, sadly. You've got to logically make decisions to make your business grow.
And sometimes be a bit cutthroat.
Yeah, sadly, yeah.
Wow. What's something your customers taught you that completely changed your business?
Everything. Everything. My customers, I swear I've got the best customers in the world. So originally, Roti Box was only meant to be a one product business. Yeah. There's 6 products now.
Okay.
But in the early days, no desire, no plan, no nothing. It was all about Roti Box. I had a few close friends who did say to me when I was launching it, why don't you launch it with a rolling pin? Yeah. And I was like, everyone's got a rolling pin.
Yeah.
I've got this real thing about whatever you do, it's got to be better. So either better quality, more value, otherwise there's no point doing it.
Yeah.
So I was like, no man, everyone's got a rolling pin. I'm just going to focus on the box. When I launched the Roti Box, the most popular question that I got in the first 6 months was, does it come with a rolling pin?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh gosh, I'm going to have to launch a rolling pin. So I did, and I made sure it was like a superior rolling pin to what was out there. And what that did was it changed my business overnight. I went from the woman who sells the Roti Box to a brand.
Yeah.
And I remember when I launched it, because I called it Roti Pin, everyone was like, I want a Roti Tawa now. I want a Roti this. And I was like, what has happened here?
Yeah.
I've become a brand. And the next product I launched was the Roti Pouch.
Yeah.
Originally, it was white.
Okay.
Because I thought to hide the flower, white was a better colour.
Yeah.
First comment I got, why is this white? Everything else is black. You should have made this black. So that was then discontinued. And now the Roti Pouches are all in black.
Okay.
I also had some customers, when Roti Box initially came out, the pads that went at the bottom, they weren't the best.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that thing, sometimes you can't wait for something to be perfect. I thought they were okay, but there was one customer in particular who was like, there's something better you can use. She then went to a shop, bought the solution, packaged it up and sent it to me.
Wow.
I then went and got that product made bespoke in China, and those are the non-slip pads that I use now.
Brilliant. So that's one of your customers who helped you.
Yes. Well, they've all done it. I would never have all the products that I have now if it wasn't for my customers. So I say, like, you need heart to run a business. I feel like my customers are the heart to my business. Obviously without God, but I wouldn't be where I am now, but with my customers as well. So, sometimes you think the founder's got all the ideas, the business owner comes with the ideas. All my ideas have come from listening to my customers.
So it's really important to listen to your customers. So you mentioned some of the products. What are all 6 of them?
So I call it your roti kit. You've got the Roti Box, roti pin, the roti pouch to keep them warm, the roti board to serve your rotis on. Then you've got the roti tawa, and you've got the roti grill, which puffs up.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, which puffs it up.
Let me ask you about the roti tawa, because I've got an induction cooker.
Yeah.
Is it suitable for that?
Yes, of course.
Perfect, so I can buy one. So I'm going to ask you a question now. What do you think of the roti makers? That machine that makes you
the
roti.
Machine, the Rotimatic, all the machines that are out there. I think they serve a purpose. You know, I think they're great. I think, they save time and effort. And if you're a busy person and you haven't got time to make your rotis by hand, then I think it's a great solution. And, I think there's something out there to serve every type of customer. I know, like, my Roti Box is for people who like to make the roti themselves. Obviously, with those machines, you can't make parante, you can't make stuffed parante. With the Roti Box, you can use it for cookies, pizza bases, anything with flour and dough.
Yeah.
So it's got a bit more of a range. But I think they're great. If you can afford it and you can put up with the noise. I've heard they're a bit noisy. I think, why not? I'll not get one.
Of course not.
I'm going to stick with my Roti Box. But I think they're all right.
So where do most people store the Roti Box once they've bought it?
Have you not seen the video?
The oven, the drawer at the bottom.
It depends, if your oven's big enough. But I've got a video which shows everywhere you can store it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of customers, when they're getting their kitchens redesigned, they actually make a designated place for the Roti Box, which I think's absolutely amazing. Yeah. There'll either be a slot or a special drawer that's been made. Now, obviously, not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
I keep my Roti Box on top of my fridge.
Okay.
But I've also got a few little hidden slots where it could slide in.
Yeah.
But it's so light, you can put it on top of something. And then if you've got a drawer that's big enough, you can put it in the drawer. Before my friend told me that she was putting hers on top of her fridge, I used to put mine in my utility room. Because like I said, it's got a handle, it's light. Because I don't like it out on shore. My mum keeps hers out all the time because she uses it so frequently. And she seems to have this nice little corner where it goes. But if anybody wants any more details, if you comment the word storage, you'll get sent the video.
So even for things like that, I mean, you're very efficient with systems and processes. What's your favourite app that helps your business? Apart from, obviously, there must be a clone one now.
I think CapCut I use the most. Yes, CapCut. It's a bit of a boring answer.
No, but I love CapCut as well.
Yeah,
CapCut, mine is CapCut and InShot.
It amazes me when people haven't got CapCut.
Yeah, and they run a business or they don't know how to use it.
And I think, how can you be on social media and not have CapCut? Now, I know Instagram and TikTok have got their own editing tools built in and they're a lot better now than they used to be. But for me, there's something about CapCut. It's just simple and easy, and you can import the music and you can do the green screen and remove backgrounds. There's just so much you can do. Yeah, I think that would have to be my number one.
CapCut. So if someone's listening, download it.
Yeah.
And so you've told us how we can contact you to do your masterclasses on social media.
Yeah, so I've got a Go Viral masterclass.
Okay.
So there's 12 principles in going viral, and I guarantee if you follow them all, you will go viral. And it's all based on my own personal experience. So I went from 0 followers to getting, those few hundred views on your videos. Refreshing to see. Are they going to go
working?
Up? But one thing I did was I kept going. And let's not forget, I did this all on my phone in my kitchen. I didn't have an agency. I didn't have any guidance. So the course that I've built is based on personal success. So it's called Go Viral, and all the details are on my website.
And is that in person or online?
Whatever you want. So there's a few options there. If we get enough people together, we can do it in a classroom. So I've already done a classroom setting. I think there was about 20 of us. I've done multiple one-to-ones. And yeah, so it all depends on how the person wants to run it. Sometimes people prefer face-to-face. Sometimes people just want to do a Zoom. So yeah, I'm quite flexible like that. But yeah, it's a good course. I've got so much feedback that I need to share actually to show that it has helped other people. But you can't go wrong if you follow the 12 steps.
And do you have Roti masterclasses as well?
I do.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've travelled, I think, as far as Birmingham to give somebody a one-to-one lesson. I've also done classes where people will come to a kitchen that I hire in Windsor, and I do the classes there as well. So yeah, from one roti to, you know, a suite of products to now teaching people how to make it. Also do the events, the Great Roti Roll-Off.
Okay.
So that's a great way if you've got an event coming up to really get a little bit of buzz and excitement.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about roti, but people get really competitive about who can make the roundest, how many can you make in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's honestly the most popular event to date at any kind of festival that I've been to. The crowd that it pulls in, it's just incredible.
I love that. You could even do things like hen do's or
I don't know how they'd feel about that on a hen do.
Or like even like wedding functions, just for like the aunties to get together and have a little competition.
Oh, I don't know about
I think
that,
that would be
Vina.
really competitive.
That might be a bit controversial.
Oh, thank you. Is there anything else that you think a founder listening needs to know from you?
I mean, it's really cliche, but if there was only one piece of advice that I would give is just don't give up. Keep going. God's put that dream in your heart for a reason. And it's your duty, it's your responsibility to see it through no matter what. And the other thing I would say is that your mindset is everything. If you can master your mind, you're there. That's it. That's what you've got to really overcome, because that will get you through the tough days. That will get you through, I want to give up. When you get that negative feedback, if you've got the right mindset, the positive mindset, you can do anything.
So what have you done to help yourself to have that positive mindset?
It's all the personal development that I've done. You know, I did that whole waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, saying my prayers, going for a walk, reading the affirmations, reading 10 pages of a book every day. I did that stuff. I did that hard graft because I didn't believe any of those things. I didn't believe I was capable of achieving this. I didn't think I could be a successful businesswoman. So I literally had to convince myself, program myself, and then slowly when things started happening, I'd have the evidence to back up what I was saying. So now I look back at some of those affirmations that I used to read years ago, and I remember I didn't believe a word of them. Now I think like, oh, I know I am.
I love that.
And that's come with years of, you know, programming. Yeah. So you've got to really get your mind in the right place.
To program yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For all these tips and advice. Brilliant.